Middle City isn't... Ah, no, it's here. I took the wrong way. Anyway, this city doesn't help getting lost. Come on.
Let's see what we can do.
No, I think we have to walk over this part, and then we can get into the... can get into here. Is it here? Yes. This place would be a lot prettier if it wasn't so oversaturated on the colors. True. On the other hand, I think it's really fitting. Like, very intense and lots of things at the same time and too much. At least for me, seems to be a very fitting theme for the Abyss, or how I imagine it. For me, but I'm very good at getting lost, also in real life, the whole, depending on your camera angle, everything moves thing is horrible. It's a cool idea, but it causes me not finding ways even more.
The goddess protects us.
Oh, let's heal up. And let's talk with the guard. I wish to enter. The demon trucks. They are known in this city. I don't think Shamira would deny you an audience. Come in. Have you been on the expedition yet? Ah, the Midnight Isle DLC. I have that. I didn't play it so far, and at least on the stream I don't plan to, cause it's mainly fighting. I'm mostly in the game for the story. Ooh. Lots of lava flowing. Did you like the DLC? Shamira the Arden Dream. Interesting. She looks a bit like early sunset. With the bright green robe and the hair and stuff. Looks more like a fae. Doesn't even have... Does she have horns? Yeah, but small ones. Let's have a talk. A red-haired, beautiful demon sits majestically on the throne, an aura of bright light blazing around her. Can you even see bright light? When everything is surrounded by lava? It's not the gentle, life-giving light that shines on Golarion. This light blinds, withers, makes a person burn with fever, draining their strength. And who do we have here? The latest wanderer from another world coming to seek my patronage. Shamira throws a casual glance at Arushale and raises an eyebrow in surprise. So, the rumors were true. Arushale, you really are making friends with mortals now. I must admit, I found it hard to believe such a worthy daughter of the Abyss has fallen so low. Shamira falls silent and receives no answer. Well, not that I really care. I have a few questions. With a sigh, Shamira hisses irritably under her breath. Curse Nocticula's hospitality for bringing these strangers from other planes to my city, my harem. I want to know more about Nocticula. Pursing her lips in a smug smile, Shamira answers with venom in her voice. What exactly are you expecting to hear from me beyond what any other resident of Illusionera could tell you? Yes, I'm closer to Nocticula than anyone else, but do you really think I'll spill her secrets to you? Our Lady in Shadow doesn't like to be discussed behind her back, and the scope of her realm, the entire Midnight Isles, proves that her anger can be extremely dangerous. She's worshipped on many planes, including Golarion, right? At night, she's sometimes come to insane rapists and murderers and paint in their minds pictures of immorality and horror, masterpieces of lust and despair. She's the first succubus, the most powerful and most seductive, the murderer of countless demon lords and usurper of the abyssal realms. Over the bodies of her victims she climbed to unbelievable heights, and now she stands far above her loathsome brother, Sokoth Benoth. What a name. The demon lord Sokobunov is the patron of sexual and other hedonistic gratification, seeing the world as his plaything, one that serves up the violence and destruction of which he is especially fond. He is the brother of Naticula. Sounds very similar to her, right? What kind of harem is this? Shamira snaps irritably. What do you think? Because I'm Shamira the Arden Dream, the chosen lover of the great Naticula. Every time she grows wary of plots and conspiracies and craves wild passion and warm caresses, she comes here to her harem. I've seen you with Shamira at the flesh markets. Tell me about her. Shamira is an honored guest here in Ilushinira. I'm not going to discuss her with every stranger I meet. How did you achieve such a high standing? You don't know my story. This explains why you're not on your knees before me. I was once a celestial being, and my fiery wings carried me from the upper planes to insignificant little worlds like Golarion. I gifted fantasies and dreams, kindled flames in the wild minds of dreamers, and I loved it. Sometimes these fantasies took shapes too daring and unbridled. Or so it seemed to me, but I made no effort to stop it. That's why she looks like that. Because she was someone from the upper planes. A dream is a bird, not a horse. You can't restrain it, you can only herd it with your reins. The dreams I sowed were becoming more daring, bolder, and with them I changed as well. One day I rejected the limits imposed on me by my masters. In the world I was visiting, a wildfire of dreaming broke out. A dream so daring and bold it could come to fruition only through great atrocities and monstrous, immoral deeds. I could have stopped it, but I didn't. I was mesmerized by this great vision. It didn't return to my world, as I would not be accepted. Instead, I descended into the abyss, looking for someone who would truly appreciate me and the dreams that I bestow. Nocticula noticed my flame blazing over the dark waters of the ocean. She came for me and shrouded me in her shadows. That night was very memorable. Since then, I've served her and have been her closest friend and her right hand. I think, like, being aggressive with demons so far seemed to be the right way, so... Everyone puffs up a bit and says, "Less of your arrogance, you have no idea what powers I command." Shamira just shrugs, looking bored. "No matter what powers you possess, I doubt they would impress me more than the two Ballas who started a fight in the middle of the city and who I had to force into obedience. I doubt you would be a match for an infuriated Marilith robbed by some cunning thief. Negotiating with you will be hardly more difficult than negotiating with the unknown monster that emerged from Ishia and planned to devour this whole island in a single gulp. If you seek to impress me, you have to do something more than just boasting about your powers." "Does the name Willidus mean anything to you?" "Yes, Willidus is well known and highly esteemed in Ilushinira. He's Nocticula's advisor and in charge of matters related to magic in Ilushinira." Shamira's voice grows irritated. "That's why I would be happy to see the cursed dimwit doing some real work for a change. Instead, he's cowering in his palace because some Deskarites put a price on his head and hired a group of toughs from the lower city. Why should I have to pick up the slack for that pathetic coward? They came here seeking your patronage." Shamira looks you up and down with a contemptuous expression, then answers with a scoff. "Ha! So what use can you be to me, you foolish little mortal? The most powerful demons serve me. What can your pitiful self offer me that they can't?" In your mind, Shamira's voice sounds calmer, though it is still arrogant. "In truth, there's one thing you can help me with, Golarion, but the others mustn't know about it. Work for me, and I'll grant you a share of my attention and patronage. No doubt you have already heard of Nihindrian crystals, objects of astonishing power that grant their owner incredible abilities. Everyone in Ilushinira knows they exist, but no one knows what they are or where to get them. No one except for that smug cow Shamira. I want you to find out what they are. My advice is to start searching that pile of refuse known as the lower city. Ask for Siforian, my predecessor, now a beggar. If that pathetic wretch is still alive, he may know something. Now go, and don't bother returning until you have the information I need. Here, take my mark, so the arch near my palace will let you in. I don't want to waste my time waiting while you wind your way back through the streets of my city with valuable information. The pack becomes a bit heavier, as if some new item has appeared inside it. The end of the narrator addresses you, an undercurrent of alarm in his words. I see greed in the eyes of this fiend. She's ready to offer you a deal, in a sense that more than idle interest lies behind it. We both know Nehindrian crystals can make demons immensely powerful. We are pursuing Shamira to prevent her from creating and unleashing upon us an army of mythical monsters transformed by those crystals. Yet, if you reveal the secrets of these crystals to Shamira, we simply risk creating one enemy for another. Our mission demands that we make concessions, but it does not mean we must blindly obey every demon's request. Weigh each of Shamira's words, remember how cunning she is, and do not let her turn you into a tool she can use to commit atrocities. Armor your heart, and do only what you must, not what she, with all her promises and charms, will try to convince you to do. And be prepared to find a knife in your back at any moment. So, you and Shamira aren't friends, I take it? In your mind, Shimura's voice answers with an arrogant scoff. Be friends with the miserable cow? Of course not. I'm courting her to learn her secrets, but it's a constant struggle not to put her in her place. Baphomet's minions are far too bold here in Shamira. Tell me about these crystals you're interested in, just to see what she knows about it. You haven't heard of the Indian crystals? Are all Golarions so stupid and unobservant? They are purple crystals. Possessing them grants immense power. Unfortunately, only high-ranking servants of Baphomet know where to find them or how to use them. They only used the crystals to gain tremendous power, and now they strut around Illusionera like they own this place. Where should I look for Sephorian? There's a note of disgust in Shimura's voice. In the depths. If he is still alive, the gravity of Nocticula's punishment would have dragged him to the very bottom of Illusionera. Dig through the garbage, talk to the vagrants and beggars. You surely don't expect me to do it, do you? Why exactly did you choose me for this mission? Shimura answers with an exasperated sigh. Because you are neither demon nor resident of Illusionera. You are a wildcard, an insignificant Golarion. No one is interested in your exploits, and you will not draw any unnecessary attention. That seems really wrong, cause I mean, we are the talk of the town. You are not bound in service to any demon, and therefore, if you dig up any information, you will bring it to the one who will pay you the most for it. That is to say, me. You won't run to your master because you don't have one, at least not here in the Abyss. If I gave this task to one of my servants, I could be sure of only one thing, that they would sell the information about my interest to my enemies, and then, if they learned anything about the crystals, they would use this information to benefit themselves instead of bringing it to me. Okay. Whoops. Anyone interesting here, or is it just commoners? It just seems to be commoners. Boring. Ooh, the book. Notes on a ripped paper. Major allies. Seems to be just about other demons. Let's take it. Okay. Let's see if we can find the abandoned mansion somewhere here. Customer's house, portal up, portal down, portal up. So many portals. Remension. Markets. I think we have to go to the upper city. Ah, yeah. Abandoned mansion in the upper city. Who would have thought? Where can we go to the upper city? I think easiest will be to just take the path of the 10,000 delights, so let's take that one. 10,000 delights.
Beautiful.
Nice to just say loudly beautiful in a brothel. Sometimes I wish there were more quest markers. Just to find this stuff. Bottle up, bottle up.
It's either us.
Oh, great. Your attempts to interfere with Lord Baphomet's plans serve no purpose. We will find you wherever you go. You know, let's just end this right here, right now, then you don't have to come looking for me.
Time to share your treasures!
Make your peace.
Nice. It's a splatterfest. Ring of Protection +3 might be more interesting than things I have. Yes. There we go. And here, and here. Amulet of Natural Armor is also nice. Alright. Let's heal up before we continue. So I think otherwise the next ambush could be our last ambush. Okay, let's just go here.
Let's see what we can do.
And we're up in the sky. These commoners, more of those blood fountains. Those blood fountains seem to be really a thing here. Lava flows into the fountain through a specifically crafted magic portal. The rapture of the rupture. Deadly duelist. You fight me? Nah. Why does everyone want to kill us? Well. Once we're finished, Shamira is a dead city. This tree is growing straight out of the lava, apparently with no trouble at all. Then again, it's clearly no ordinary tree. Blood oozes from scratches on its bark, and the buds on its branches reek of rotten meat. You? This thing is moving. Doesn't really seem to do or change anything. Mythic rock assassin. Let's go to the rapture of the rupture. You're surrounded by the sounds of a melodious voice that seems to be coming from the stone pillars all around you. Greetings, esteemed guests. Are you here to seek the hospitality of the illustrious Lady of Alexia, or are you here on other business? That's another quest. The entrance to this manor greets you politely. It is far more gracious than the impudent foul-mouthed door at the 10,000 delights. What exactly are you? I am both the gate and the gatekeeper. My responsibilities include greeting guests, ascertaining the purpose of their visit, and deciding whether to allow them entry to the manor. I mean, in the end, we don't really care whose patronage we gain. I seek Lady Valexia's patronage and would like to enter. Welcome to the rapture of the rupture, esteemed sir. Lady Valexia will be notified of your arrival right away.